brackets, right? We got Omega. We've already got the likes of
Burmese Ghouls.
That's right.
I think Bren just locked in their slot earlier.
Yeah, that definitely is true. And I really wonder, this last slot here is to be decided in this very final game.
And we head back onto the game. Potato. As we see, got the crab coin. RRQ. They stay near their base. They're not aiming to just push anytime soon. They know that Lemon needs a bit more of items here. I think Lemon... Do you think that his positioning is a bit put into a bad spot just because he went for the Aegis rather than the Flicker?
I would definitely agree. In a few instances of the fight where he couldn't really get into his position where he can get the optimal pickoffs, but it's still something that is workable. Well, of course, why he chose this sort of spell is to ensure a little bit more of a safety net, especially when your team is playing on the offense. Nobody is going to be taking care of you, so he's got to find a way to juke things out or just kite in towards a certain angle. And now, at the moment, although there's not much of an objective, the next Lord that's coming online is going to be a little past 1 minute. But here goes that dive straight in towards the Harley. Oh, this is very costly.
Lemon here getting targeted by that Harley of Aeon. He survived that with the Aegis, I'm pretty sure about that. But coming into the late game, do you think the Aegis will still be relevant? Looking at the lineup here for the side of EVOS SG,
but I guess every single bit of it counts as well. Yeah, I definitely agree with you that maybe it might not be as
relevant
as relevant as a Flicker, right? But it's really down to his preference, because maybe Lemon is just feeling it at this sort of moment. But at this point in time, Albert is the one that's really pulling in the weight. You can see already 5 kills being garnered, but it's pretty much a all-rounded side for the side of EVOS SG. But oh my goodness, this is gonna be a camp being set up, and JPL almost fell for it. He had a hunch, and yep, just showing Lemon a little bit of how he looks like.
You know what? That could have been a disaster for the side of EVOS SG, but JPL read that well. He knew that there was something up. He knew that they had the Louis. So anytime when all these members are not pushing, are not showing the waves, they're probably up to something bad.
That's right. And speaking of up to something, EVOS SG is already starting things off. Diversion already being used up for the flank. Psycho as well has been there, diving right in. This is going to be the Lord being on the last quarter of health. R7 is just moving, marching in their way just to try to clip over outside of Aeon as they completely ditch the Lord. But they're looking for the kills, and RRQ HOSHI is going to be finding 2 members down for the side of EVOS. Pokemon is next one on the chopping block, and most of the members of RRQ survive except for Psycho. This is looking relatively good for them to just get their hands on towards the Lord, having 2 members to be manning that. But JPL, he's got other plans. He's trying to force a split push, but he's coming right back for the Lord. But what can he do? He doesn't really have Retribution on his side, but all he can do is just to disrupt this at the very moment. This is going to be really crucial right now, but he can only watch as it falls to the hands of RQ HOSHI. And so he gets that shut down. Great pickup, but now there's a bigger problem here with the Luminous Lord in hands of RRQ.
Okay, that was a good pick off coming out from Soul, just because now they have to push with the Lord with 4 members. The respawn timer on Vin is at 25 seconds at the moment, so that means they really need to think about their next move there. RQ HOSHI, are they gonna push with the Lord, or are they gonna split up, or are they just gonna ignore this Lord push all in all?
At the moment, we do see a 2-2 split, but now with the cats coming in, all members on deck. except for the Benedetta, and Zaman4 is being used up, but Psycho as
RRQ
well as
still
Lemon.
fighting.
They are charging right in. Albert with the Great Pig Pokemon is down. This is fake news. RRQ Hoshi, they can't escort this lot all the way straight in towards the final turret of the top side. So they could possibly chunk out the health for a little bit longer, but how long can the turret stand? As you can see, JPL tries to find a little bit more of a salvation pick, not really finding the crosshairs on towards Lemon just about yet, but they could definitely buy a little bit more time to clear that wave, but they're still hunting out for Lemon. Lemon still has some really big Aegis going on, that's the reason why he survives, and that answers your question, brothers.
That is RRQ Hoshi just showing us how they use diversion, not the literal diversion that Vin has, but they put themselves onto the middle lane just because they knew that bottom lane is gonna push. Now, everyone from EVOS SG had their eyes on the mid lane. They just wanted to defend that. But in the process, they lost that certain turret, and now no outer turrets here for the side of EVOS SG. And they even up the map now.
Now, they are definitely breaking even. It's already in the late game phase. And, well, brothers, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about itemization. So let's have a quick look at some of all these items being brought up online. But before that, I think that they are still going to be having a little bit of a dance, but let's not worry too much about that. So difference is 1 kill. And now, yep, finally we got the items up. So what do we have, brothers?
On 1-1, we do have the Rose Gold Meteor. And looking at Albert, he did go for the Athena Shield just to mitigate a bit of damage here coming out onto the side of EVOS SG. Pokemon got the Winter Truncheon, if I'm seeing that correctly. And I think Potato is still gonna go for that, what do you call this? The Endless Battle? Just
That's
because
right.
he has the Angry Tomahawk on his side.
Oh, Divergent being used up right now. A flank coming right in there, pushing to the other side, and Aeon is the one in the middle of it all. So they will be able to catch that member off inside of EVOS SG, and they are slowly falling back. Talent Force being used coming from the side of Pokemon. They are still trying their best to survive, but this pressure is a little bit too much. They are finding ways to catch them all out. R7 is the next one to fall, and it's a 2-member trade for inside. They are still fighting, and Psycho, he does have very little health. Bad news for his side, as they do have been being suppressed right inside the base. Perfect defense coming in for EVOS SG.
EVOS just did the impossible. Lemon here getting caught out, and that is Soul just being the X factor for the side of EVOS SG. He wants more kills. There is the Mountain Shocker, and those are the skills. They really just want to take him down. Ejector giving Psycho a bit of shield here, but EVOS Soul is out for the hunt, and he uses his, he juked that skill. He put it in a bad position, and Psycho just went for the U-turn, and that is going to be a successful escape.
There's a little bit of timer here. They finally get the towers down, and it's a 3-man life. And there you go, EVOS SG, final blow, and it will be an equalizer coming in for Singapore.
Oh my goodness, EVOS SG taking a game away from RRQ Hoshi.